Here is the poem that we are going to study today. That is Amanda. I'm sure that you have read the poem and also have listened to the audio that was already shared with you. So in this poem, what is it? You know that every child feels that she or he is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You know, it happens with you also. It is not only about your parents, but we people, being your teachers, also ask you sometime to do this. And when you are found doing something that you are not supposed to do, we control you, we monitor you, we instruct you not to do one or another thing in that case, depending on the circumstances you are doing, right? Then that time you too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. But dear students, is it the fact that your freedom is curtailed? Yes, dear students, what do you think?
No, sir, because the parents and the teachers tell us for our benefit itself.
Yes, absolutely. You know, dear students, if the river says that I should not be controlled by the banks, you know, a river has bank from both the sides. Can it be a river in that case? Yes,
No, sir.
it won't be a river, and neither, you know, the water will flow in a proper direction, and so we can't call it as a river. So the existence of the river lies in the banks it has from both the sides. Am I right, dear students? Are you getting it? Another thing,
Yes, sir.
as far as trees are concerned, if a tree says that I don't want to be controlled all the time by the roots at one place only, so do you think that the tree will exist?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Absolutely. So the existence of a tree lies in the roots, you know, it has in the grounds, and it can't deny, or that if the tree says that I don't want that control from the roots, it won't exist. That way only, I would again like to give you another example. If the musical instrument, you know, be it violin, if that, you know, wire that is there, if it is not strained properly, if it is loose, do you think that such a melodious sound will be produced?
No. No, sir.
Absolutely not. So the things we find that you are being controlled by are not actually controlling you in order to curtail your freedom, but, my dear students, in order to develop yourself, isn't it? In order to improve yourself.
Yes, sir.
And of course, you know that your parents and your elders, your teachers, they are the best well wishers for you all. And whatever they do, it's ultimately for your well being, for your own development. And so here, I'm very sure that none of you feel that your freedom is curtailed when your parents ask you or instruct you not to do one or the another thing, right? So it should be very clear, dear students, in order to understand this poem well. After you read, you need the poem Amanda. What do you think the title says? Gauri Pargaonkar, Tisha Asnani, can you please tell us about the title? What is it about, or what is it?
The name of girl Amanda.
Yes, absolutely. Very good, Tisha. That Amanda is the name of a girl, and there it shows an exclamation mark that it is an interjection. For example, Tisha, when I'm saying and addressing you with exclamation, there it comes an exclamation mark. Shreya, I'm putting exclamation mark when I'm addressing or calling her loudly. If I'm saying Bhumi, Harsh, Ayush, Sania, Aditi, Ayusha, and so on, when I'm saying, there comes an exclamation mark because I'm addressing you and I'm calling you all. And so there, in the title of the poem, you will find an exclamation mark. You got it, dear students? The title and the
Yes,
exclamation
sir.
mark over there. In most of the cases of the titles of the text, there won't come any exclamation mark. Am I right? But here it is. You know why? I would like to ask Janvi to tell me the reason that the title here is followed by an exclamation mark. Janvi Bhatia, please say something. Janvi, are you not able? Okay, then here is Shravan Katore. Shravan Katore, please.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell me the reason that the title
Sir, may I
has
say?
an exclamation mark? Let firstly tell Shravan and then you can. Dear Bhumi. Can you see on the screen the poem that is being shared?
Sir, it may have the exclamation mark because her parents usually shouted at her. So it
Yes.
may show the
You know,
expression.
everything in the poem is addressed to Amanda, a girl. And so, just to let us know that the poem has been addressed to Amanda, the title has an exclamation mark. Very good. Bhumi, would you like to add something? Or that's it?
Yeah, sir, means the exclamation after the word Amanda is used because means it's her mother's surprise after seeing Amanda that she neither listens anything and so that's it. So for that, it's a mother's surprise after seeing Amanda and she shouts, so there is exclamation mark.
Yes, because everything has been told and said to Amanda, and so the title has an exclamation mark. By the way, I just thought that many of you might have a question that why this title has a question mark, exclamation mark. So I explain. Let's read the introduction. Every child feels that she or he is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. Write down some of the things you want to do, but your parents or elders do not allow you to. To read the poem aloud form pairs, each reading alternate stanzas. You are in for a surprise. So, what is the surprise and how the poem is to be read by us? By forming a group or the pairs. So, the first pair to read first and second stanza is Prathamesh Garad and Shanish Rajani. First and second stanza. First stanza is being read by Shanish Raje, and then second that is given in the bracket by Prathamesh. Shanish Raje.
Okay, sir. Yes. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop, stop slouching and sit up straight, Amanda.
Yes, very good. Prathamesh.
There is a languid, emerald sea, where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully.
Very good. So this way, dear students, you can find the first stanza without parenthesis or the bracket, and second one in the bracket. I'm sure that you all have understood, but let me tell you that first stanza is, an instruction by Amanda's mother to Amanda. And second one that is in the bracket tells us about the feelings Amanda has or whatever Amanda thinks in her mind that is given in the bracket. Are you getting, dear students, well? Is it clear
Yes,
to
sir.
everyone that alternate stanzas, one after another? The first one is giving the instructions to Amanda by the mother, and second one that is given in the bracket that is being followed by each one are the feelings or the thoughts in Amanda's mind. Very good, Anil. Dear students, those who have joined, you please put your name in the chat box. It is being recorded and that will be the record of your attendance. You please put your name. Yes, Ayush Mutha, you wanted to say something?
Sir, what is slouching?
Slouching.
Yes, sir.
The word meaning you are saying? It is the action or fact of standing, moving or sitting in a lazy, drooping way. At home, we don't sit formally. We informally just lie on the bed, even on the sofa, we don't sit properly. So that action or the fact of standing or moving or sitting in a lazy or drooping way, that is called slouching. For example, your grandma, all right, slouching is bad for your back. We sit now by bending ahead. I hope you have noticed me that I never sit, putting my or touching my back to the chair backside or bending backward or front, isn't it? And that is a bad habit, people say, and it definitely, is bad for your back. So got it? What is slouching?
Yes, sir.
So now let's see what is Amanda's mother saying. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. It is nothing but you just imagine, dear students, not all of your parents, but some of your parents, all the time nagging you, finding the faults, whatever you do. They will catch you in both the ways. If you don't do, then they will ask, why didn't you do? Even teachers you will find. And if you do, then also they will ask, why you did it? Why didn't you ask me? Isn't it so? Sometimes it happens, not with everyone, but some people are there. They always try to, point out that they are only right, and they purposely or, unintentionally, it happens by them that they just go on asking you why you did if you have done, and if you don't do, then why didn't you do? So like that, here Amanda, being a small child, a girl, is being instructed all the time by her mother. Don't bite your nails. Since she is just, thinking and going like this. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. That way. Then Amanda is just doing. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Then stop that slouching and sit up straight. Relaxed. When Amanda is sitting, mother comes and finds her sitting very relaxed and lazy way. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. And that way, all the time she is being monitored and controlled and instructed by her mother. And do you think that Amanda is very happy that she is being monitored all the time?
No, sir.
No. As a child, what do you think she must be feeling that time? Or your own experience also be almost similar to her? What's it? Can you please share?
Sir, we feel irritating.
Yes,
She will be annoyed and irritated.
absolutely. When even a good thing is being repeatedly told, it feels to be irritating, isn't it? For example, hey Shashwat, you have joined, but this is class 10, class 10, dear. I think Shashwat Ganvir, he is from class 9, no, dear? Am I right? Shashwat Ganvir. You have shared your screen. Please don't disturb us. Shashwat Ganvir, who is this? From class 9 only, yeah, I know. This is class 10 going on. If you want to attend, you can, but stop sharing your screen here. Is my screen visible to you all, dear students?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
He
yes,
has also, Shashwat has also shared. By the way, I think he has left. Anyway, Dear students, please don't share, your links with others. I think maybe it's my fault that I have shared the link with them through the email. Okay, please don't share. Otherwise, someone enters the stranger, intruder, and disturbs us. So I was telling you that it happens that when people say all the time, just telling you again and again, in a positive way, it is okay. But just being instructed all the time, it makes the person irritated. And that only happened with Amanda. And you know what she thinks? After her mother says, don't bite your nails, don't hurt your shoulders, stop that slouching and sit up straight. What Amanda thinks in her mind, even if she is not able to reply her back or answer her back, but she thinks something in her mind. And what's it? She says, there is a language, Emerald Sea, where the sole inhabitant is me. And she is now fed up of these things, that all the time being harassed, tortured, and instructed and controlled and monitored by her mother. And so she says, there is a languid Emerald Sea. And there she remembers one of the stories she had read in her childhood about mermaid. And what is it? In the sea, there is the sole inhabitant. And who is it? There she says she is alone, she herself. Who? Amanda. And there, remembering that mermaid, she thinks herself that she should become a mermaid and she should be living there very happily, in a relaxed way, in that emerald sea, and drifting blissfully here and there. She is happily moving. There is nobody to control her, nobody to instruct her, and that way she says perhaps she could live that life of a mermaid. Dear students, you know the mermaid? Have you read about mermaid somewhere? Dear students, are you getting me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we have read about mermaids.
Please respond. Okay, here is a mermaid. You can see on the screen also. I have shared with you. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Mermaid is visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can just see that, it is a mermaid.
Aquatic creature.
Yes,
Yeah.
an aquatic creature with the head and upper body of a female human and the tail of a fish downside. Here are some images. You can see them. All right, you got it. Did you see everyone? Are you able to see? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, without wasting time, let's come back. Here is the poem that you can see now. So at the time when her mother instructing Amanda not to bite her nails, not to hunch her shoulders, and to stop that slouching and to sit up straight, that time Amanda is just listening. We can't say listening. She's just hearing the instructions given by her mother, but she just imagines a mermaid. And there she is, all alone, the sole inhabitant, drifting blissfully in a languid emerald sea. Can you imagine? When I'm explaining you, you should be able to imagine, the real circumstances, that how that Amanda is being scolded or being instructed, and how she imagines a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is she herself alone, being a mermaid drifting blissfully. Now let's see. Third stanza and fourth are being respectively read by Gauri Khattare and Swastik Surve. Gauri Khattare, third one, and fourth, Swastik. Gauri, can you? Okay, don't wait for her. Ayush Mutha, you can read the third. And Swastik, fourth. Come on, hurry up, dear students.
Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda.
Yes, very good. Swastik, then what do you think as a girl, Amanda, when means Amanda's mother is scolding her. You please share her feeling here, given in the stanza number 4.
I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet.
Yes, very good. Then what is mother saying? Now instructed firstly that you should do that, you should not do that, you should not do that, and stop doing that, and in that way she instructed not to do some of the things. Now she is asking, if you have done that or not. It happens usually. Person firstly asks somebody not to do something. And when we find that he or she is not paying any attention, then we ask for something else if they have read. For example, your teachers. When you are not paying attention, they firstly stop you from doing the things that you are doing, and then they ask you some questions. So like that only here you can find yourself only like Amanda, that her mother here now asked her if she had finished her homework, if she had cleaned her room, and if she had cleaned her shoes. I will read the stanza. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. And that way she is trying, Amanda's mother is trying to control, monitor, and is instructing her continuously. And that time, what are the feelings or thoughts in Amanda's mind? There, thinks herself like an orphan. I'm an orphan roaming the street, and there she, imagines herself that she does not have any parents, and she is all alone, an orphan roaming the street here and there. And there she patterns soft dust with her shoes and bare feet. And that way she is trying to enjoy her life. She is now fed up and tired of such harassment or nagging from her mother. And she wants complete silence. And so she says the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. And she thinks that her freedom has been curtailed, and mother is there all the time nagging her about many things. And being disturbed, she wants and she prefers to be an orphan, but not a daughter of such parents. And that is the reason there she says, I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hooded bare feet. And being all alone somewhere, she is playing with the dust, because mother would never allow her to play with the dust, and that too with bare feet. Mother would not even allow her to go out. But here Amanda thinks that she is all alone, there is nobody to control her, nobody to instruct her, and being an orphan, she is roaming here and there to her heart's content, with full freedom and complete silence. Are you getting it, dear students? Here we can say she does not want at all that one should be there to control and monitor her all the time. And she wants the freedom. This chapter is also all about freedom. Even in the previous one, Anne Frank, we learned how her teacher was trying to trouble her by giving one after another essays. But she was there taking it a positive way and was writing the essays, and finally composed a very funny poem full of humor. And finally the teacher, the elder one, had to change, but not the girl. There is a song I remember about children. They say, छोटा बच्चा समझ के हमको. What's it? Good singer. Sakshi, Sanika, do you remember this? And sometimes, the children are only, especially born in this 21st century, are far ahead than the elders. And that gap if the elders are not able to cope up and match up, it creates problem between the parents and the students as well. Today you are advanced, more advanced than the adults today. Tomorrow, when you will be an adult, your children may be more advanced than you. This way, the progress and the development of the human being is going on. Then, in the fifth stanza and sixth, what does mother say in fifth? And what are the feelings of Amanda in sixth? Are being read by spontaneous readers. Anybody?
So may I?
Yes, Aditi. And the next will be read by anybody? Spontaneous reader?
Sir, I'll read.
All right, Bhumi. Good. Yes, Aditi?
Yes, sir. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda?
Yes, Bhumi?
Yes, sir. Just a second. I'll take my textbook only.
Hey, here it is in the on the screen also you can read. Please, Bhumi, be
Okay.
in
Yeah, sir.
hurry.
Haan. So, sir, last paragraph. No, second last. Okay. I have not a care. Life in a tower of tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair.
Yes, I'm Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. And you can understand now from the stories and the instances or her fantasies and her thoughts that how old she is. In the introduction only I told you, but that will be the question asked later. Now the again instructions by mother. Don't take that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, means pimples. And so you should not eat the chocolates, mother says. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you? And when mother or even teacher speak, and if you are not bothered about them at all, then you just hold your neck down and or being busy somewhere. Many students are there like this. They just hear, but they don't listen. And we can say they ignore them, and that's what here mother found Amanda was doing. And so she is again trying to emphasize that Amanda, will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you? And their mother has lost her temper and being very angry, scolding her, shouting at her, and saying not to eat the chocolates because she had pimples on her face. That acne, it means. And this way, that time Amanda is busy in thinking some things in her mind. And what are they? She says, I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Rapunzel, dear students, this is also one of the characters.
Yes, sir.
Here you can see.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to watch a cartoon based on this? Rapunzel, so that you will get idea. I'm just playing. Actually, Rapunzel is a lady who had built up a building without any staircases nor any steps. And she went up there and was living all alone. And if she wanted anybody to come, she would just lie down her hairs out like staircases, and holding her hairs, someone could climb up and come into that house. Can you hear the voice?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? Can you say it?
No.
Yes.
Sir, the video is not on.
Oh, I see. Just a minute, huh? Now?
Be able to pass on her deep secrets and powers to her.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear it?
And so she made up her mind. She would take away the first baby girl that was ever to be born and raise her as if it were hers, away from everything.
The magic of evil shall forever take hold of the world!
Not so fast. far from where the witch lived a couple who made a living by farming. One day, the man was surprised with the amazing news. The lady gave the good news to her husband.
We're having a baby.
I'm taking you at the place where she was living, no? The big building without stairs.
Had given birth to a baby boy. The king was very happy because
Practice math on Adapted Mind to learn and earn rewards on your learning adventure. Level up.
now after him he had a prince that could lead the country. Of these two babies would meet.
I will take good care of.
Was hidden in the
Here it
deep
is.
forest.
Can you see? Without any stairs.
The witch went up the stairs
Oh,
to
there
the
you
very
can
top
see
of the
inside,
tower.
but
They arrived at the room on the top floor. The witch placed the baby in her crib.
Rapunzel, my beautiful baby.
Thinking that the witch was her mother, Rapunzel continued living her life in this tower. During daytime, she would go down the tower, play in the front yard, and at night time, she
by the way, there are many such cartoons videos about Rapunzel, but you got it now? And there in
Yes,
that
sir.
tower, she wants to live all alone. She wants to be that Rapunzel just because she was tired and was fed up with the instructions being given by her mother. And there she wants complete silence in her life. And so she prefers to be an orphan. She prefers to be Rapunzel. She prefers to be, what was the first character that she wanted to be? Mermaid,
Mermaid.
all alone in the sea. But she does not want to be a daughter of such parents who are always scolding and shouting at her. I think many things, even in the society, we come across like this, and even the children, then they go on some other way and are not getting love at all in their houses from their parents, and so they try to find that love from outside, and finally they become the victim. So in order to avoid such things, dear students, it is also a good message for the parents that they should be always loving and caring. And they are, dear students, they are always very much loving and caring. But that excess love and expectation, and out of that excess expectation, it happens that you find them harassing you, or you find them that they are always nagging you. Alright? If they can't understand you, dear students, you should at least try to understand them. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So the last stanza, even her mother is afraid that if something goes wrong, and she is also trying to understand her daughter, but she just not understand and just go on nagging her. That's what in the last last stanza say. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged you, Amanda. And out of fear that if someone hears that the mother is always scolding Amanda, she finally says that, Amanda, you should stop sulking. Sulking means, dear students, anybody knows sulking?
Being in a bad mood.
Yes, just being and showing that the child is in bad tempered, or now is out of annoyance or disappointed, and that way there she is, Amanda, sitting all alone, showing her annoyance on her face. And so Amanda's mother told her to stop that sulking at once. And then she says, you are always so moody. Moody means we can't predict what the person will do the next moment. They are so moody. And so, according to Amanda's mother, Amanda was moody. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. And anybody who is listening to Amanda's mother, that she is saying something again and again and is shouting at her all the time, they will all hold responsible to her mother only. But from her point of view, from Amanda's mother point of view, it was not her fault, but the fault was of Amanda. And that was what Amanda's mother is trying to tell in the last stanza. Dear students, there comes no stanza followed by this one. Why do you think so? Now the feelings or the thoughts are not given. Each stanza where Amanda's mother has said something, there comes another stanza in the bracket saying or telling something from Amanda's thoughts or the things were in her mind. But here in this last stanza, there is no stanza given. What do you think might have happened that no stanza has been given now?
So now she might have felt that her parents are saying for her benefit only and not.
Yes, good attempt. Any more? Anything else? Okay. At the time of discussion about the question answers, I will again explain you more meanings between the lines, correlating the things given here with our day-to-day life. Yes.
Sir, tomorrow will be lecture.
Yes, there will be.
Sir,
What happened here?
when you will say how to write OTBA 2?
Sir, format of OTB exam.
Format has already been shared with you, dear students, at the time when I had shared with you the revised curriculum. There is the format given. Do you want me to share again with you all for all subjects? Yes or no?
No, sir.
You please try to find it there or let me know. I will again share with you all. Fine for all subjects.
Sir, what about grammar topics?
Grammar topics, very good question, dear Ayush. Now all the grammar, that was given in the in your syllabus for this OTBA midterm examination, that everything from first flight, thinking about language and all, will be there. But again, CBSE has mentioned that all the grammar topics given in the first flight textbook are deleted from the curriculum. I did not want to disclose to you because I want you all to read at least and learn some of the things, because that grammar topic will definitely help you some or the other way in future also. Okay, so no grammar topic will be there from first flight. There will be just a regular grammar that you have studied till class 9. Like,
so means there are some
from
topics now. So can you share those topics?
yes, now I will share with you, and they are already given in the revised curriculum. You can find there. I will also share with you separately. Those grammar topics only we will focus on. But you please don't ignore the grammar given in the textbook. It will help you in future. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Anything else? Those who have not mentioned their names in the chat box, you please mention for the attendance purpose. Anything else?
Sir, what is the timing for paper?
You please refer to the timetable that has been shared with you, dear Tisha. 11 a.m. the paper will be shared with you, and you have the whole day to finish with that. But try to finish within 3 hours, 11 to 12, 11 to 2 p.m. Anything else?
So tomorrow we will be having class at the same time, no?
Yes. Any more?
Sir, about words and expression, any topic will come in exam?
Actually, directly work and expression is not going to be included in the board examination also in the question paper. but indirectly it is going to help you. It is a workbook. It is just for your practice. There are some unseen passages given, some grammar exercises are provided, some projects have been suggested, some reading skills have been given. So it is going to just help you in order to revise and practice more and more. That is the purpose. It is not going to be included in the question paper directly. Right? Anything else?
Okay, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You got the poem? Understood it well?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It was
sir.
all about you only. I think you have understood it earlier only when you read the first time that what is it about, because you come across every day, with such instances in each of your life, right? So that's it for today, dear students. I will also share with you the questions and their answers today only, so that they may help you, to prepare from the OTPA exam point of view, because we have less time left with us, and since this
Sir,
is
notes you have already shared.
assessment for Amanda also.
Yes, sir. Amanda notes are given.
So I see. I forgot that. All right. You have completed and written in the notebook.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, they're not given for Amanda.
In our
No,
class
sir.
group, it is
It's
given.
only given for chapters, not
Okay,
for
okay. I'm
Amanda
putting in both the
poems.
groups. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm putting again those who have written very well. Those who have not, you can please refer to them again. That's it, dear students, for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great day
Thank you,
ahead.
sir. Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.